Here's a few mindset shifts that I've used personally to generate work in times where usually work gets slow. And this is applicable for any installation business as well, or just any business in general, because a lot of the guys we speak to, we have 20 plus qualified appointments per day that my sales reps are sitting, and we see a common theme of people relying on word of mouth and referrals when it's not a good way to scale your workflow or keep it consistent during low months. For example, solar, it might be low in the winter. So when I was getting started in trying to generate work and get customers and stuff like that, I thought that posting on social media, fluffing up the website and stuff like that was going to be really helpful. And I see the same thing in installation businesses, to think that, we only start pushing brand awareness and stuff like that. And brand awareness is good. Brand awareness is good. By no means don't think it's not good, but it's not going to move the needle. It's not controllable. It's not scalable. It is scalable, but it takes a long time to get that brand awareness, right? You see the big influencers, they take years to blow up. And then the ones that blow up quickly usually fall off quite quickly as well. So you want that consistent, steady growth over time. So by no means don't think that brand awareness is not good. However, from what we've seen and from what we've developed to scale our business and scale the businesses that we work with to 6-7 figures plus, we found that outbound marketing is the way to go. So calling prospects who have potentially opted in initially to be contacted about the service. You can still do a bit of inbound and outbound, but to get the inbound, to get the level of inbound you want, there needs to be a level of advertising, which will cost money to generate that. And you could just call customers straight from cold. Works well with businesses because that's GDPR compliant. With homeowners, you have to get an opt-in, or at least homeowner data, to be GDPR compliant, because they would have had to have opted in somewhere to be contacted. So in terms of generating business, we found picking up the phone, doing things the old-fashioned way, really, really is a good way to go. Now, email is also really, really good as well. So getting your email campaign set up, you can use Smart Lead instantly to launch your email campaigns. They also set up inboxes, I believe, now. So I would definitely check that out in terms of doing email and calls. But calls I found to be the most effective by far. You just need to make sure that with the volume, you're also qualifying the lead properly. So in the installation space, you guys will know them as tire kickers, and you want to avoid those as much as possible. So asking questions of, are you looking for this? Are you looking to grow the business within the next 3 months? Or if it's a installation, are you looking for an installation of this sort? Are you looking for this problem to be solved within the next 3 months? So you're not saying, do you want to buy our service in the next 3 months? Are you looking for this problem to be solved in the next 3 months? And that's really key in terms of building urgency. We found as well, really identify and build up data. Data is really important. We found, various things. We found that being on the phone to gatekeepers, so receptionists, was taking up 80% of our time. And it resulted in 20% of the results. So what does that mean? Just get rid of the receptionists and you'll generate a lot more results. So we did that straight away, much better results. And I'd urge you to do the same. Look at the ICPs that you're targeting. See who is more likely to turn into a sale. Collect that data. Collect the data of who's turning into sales. What's that ICP? How can you optimize for that ICP going forward? So, yeah, it's there's lots of things you can do, but the main thing is you want to control it. So take matters into your own hands and start reaching out to customers yourself. Because if you do need work and you do want to grow, that's it at the end of the day. Do you want to grow? because we see a lot of companies who actually just don't really want to grow. So they just want to stay as they are, tick along, get work in, and just be fine, which is absolutely fine. I don't understand it myself personally, but you need to differentiate as people. If you're doing a rev gen business where you're trying to generate revenue for a business and charge them a decent amount for it, then you need to find customers who are actually looking to grow. Because if they don't have a need to grow in the short term, then you're wasting your time. And same goes with installation companies. I mean, if you have someone there, and this is how I would prioritize your time. If you have someone there who you're speaking to, who it might not necessarily be an immediate need, but they're potentially interested, and you have a bit of time, I wouldn't disregard that conversation. I wouldn't spend too much time and resources on it, but I wouldn't disregard the conversation if you have the time to speak to them. And in terms of delegating your time as a business owner, think and it goes back to your priorities. If you want to grow the business, I would do this, right? So RevGen, that's where 80% of your time should be spent. If you can get people in to fulfill the work for you, do that 100% and get the new business in. If you aren't the type of person to get new business in, bring someone else in who can take over the sales arm of the business. Have them internally, don't have an external person. These things are really important because the RevGen side needs to be on. It can't be off. You can't just fulfill work and expect to grow through work, through doing the work and hoping that something comes off the back of it. You can't do that. The RevGen tap needs to be on. So that's just my 2 cents. If you're a business and rely heavily on word of mouth, don't let it get to the winter months or the months where no one wants any work doing for you to want to make a change in your business. Be proactive, take action, and who knows, you might be able to retire early.